Hart Park, downtown Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, the site of the Greater Metro Conference opener here tonight. Two winless teams to battle it out here as Germantown makes the trip south to take on Marquette University High School. Good evening, everyone. Welcome into our broadcast tonight along with the Hall of Fame coach Terry Kelly. I'm John Heiser. Glad you could make it in. We've reached the start of the conference season. And I'm not sure you could call this a must-win, but at 0-2, both these teams desperately need a victory tonight.
You need to get to 4 wins in your conference to be eligible for the playoffs most of the time. So that's something that's on the minds of both teams. Plus, you just want to reverse what's been going on the first 2 weeks.
Germantown dropped their first 2 games, losing in a one-score battle to Homestead to open up the season. Then got run over a little bit by Hartford last week. They give up almost 360 yards on the ground last week.
Right, and they both teams schedule tough opponents, and you can see that it maybe takes the toll. Takes a while for a team to get together coming into a new season.
Marquette opened up the season at Arrowhead, dropping a 2-score game there. Then they were in a game last week against Catholic Memorial for one half, but then the roof caved in the second half.
Right, it was a case, not enough offense, so the defense was continually on the field, and Memorial added some scores.
So all we need to do is set up a mirror here tonight, and you're going to see the same thing on both sides of the ball, both offense and defense.
These two teams, if they were going to try to run skeleton during the week, each run each other's offense, it's their offense, so it's no different. Same 3-4 defense as well.
Speaking of offense, let's check in with the players we're going to keep an eye on here tonight. For Germantown, it starts with that bulky quarterback, Henry Kelly.
3-year starter. Got hurt a little bit last year, but has been their leader on the field as well as by his play. He's the kind of guy you want at that quarterback position.
Talk a little bit about Ryan Ferguson, the wide receiver.
Turned out to be their leading receiver so far this season. They're really confident in their receiving core, but Coach Davis says Ryan Ferguson has been just doing yeoman work out there.
Senior linebacker Alec Greenmeyer.
Very, very efficient, finds himself also playing some offense. And then the other linebacker, this is a young man already as a sophomore, received an offer from the University of Illinois, Cooper Catalano. And Cooper, as a freshman last year, was first team all-conference at linebacker.
For Marquette tonight, their quarterback, Luke Novotny, the senior.
Luke Novotny had a great year last year, threw for close to 2,000 yards, did an unbelievable job. And Angro Gengler was also an all-conference performer at the running back position.
I know Coach Klaczynski likes his defense, Dan Tanti and Julius Blanco.
Yeah, Dan Tanti is in the defensive backfield, got honorable mention all-conference honors a year ago, has been real stable back there. And Julius Blanco, he said, is one of those guys who has just gotten better each and every week.
Should be a great matchup tonight. We're going to visit with the 2 head coaches. Mike McGivern returns with both head coaches from Germantown and Marquette. We'll be back with our keys to the game as well. Stay tuned. It's the Heiser Automotive Friday Night Rivals presented by Landmark Credit Union.
Welcome our visitors tonight, the Germantown Warhawks. The Warhawks are coached by Jake Davis, who is in his 12th season as head coach at Germantown.
Welcome to the Heiser Automotive Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Landmark Credit Union. We're live at Hart Park for the Greater Metro opener for Milwaukee, Marquette, and Germantown. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike McGivern, joined by the two head coaches of tonight's game, Jake Davis with Germantown and Keith Klaczynski. I'm close, Coach. Okay, there you go from Milwaukee, Marquette. I've only known him 30 years. Hey, Coach, let me start with you. Hey, 0-2 to start two very difficult non-conference games, and both you and Coach Davis don't shy away in non-conference. Something different about the home opener and the conference opener when it comes to the Greater Metro.
Absolutely. This is a game that we've been looking at for a long time. It was a very good battle last year, but we didn't come out on top. And Germantown's an excellent team. They're very well coached. We know it's going to be a slugfest tonight, and we're ready to go.
Hey, Jake, same question for you. You know, non-conference, again, you're 0-2, and we talked a little bit earlier, and you said, look, our guys are starting to get it. I think we'll be better at the end of the year than we are right now, but our guys are starting to get it. And then you got to smile and say, look, I love this team. I love these boys. Let's talk about a different feeling when it comes to the home or the conference opener.
Well, it's exciting. You know, being the Greater Metro now for a number of years, it's been just a great experience for our team. I think we have gotten better throughout the years. I think because of the different opponents we play, like our Marquette, going through and constantly having a big competition. Our guys have really risen to that challenge. That's why we schedule a non-conference like we do, because you got to be ready for the first one, no matter who it is. So it's been really, I think Coach and I have said the same philosophy that way. So we, iron sharpens iron. So you got to make sure you get there and ready to go.
Hey, Coach, about half of the coaching staff's last name is Davis. I'm only kidding. I talked to your dad, talked to your brother. It's got to be nice for you to be surrounded by family all the time, and I would assume if you guys have a reunion, you guys are off talking football.
Sometimes, but I think it's more like we practice what we preach. I tell our guys all the time we're all a family, so bringing my own family in just makes sense. So it's we kind of model that for everybody, and I think we are all Team 65 here for our Germantown family. That's so family's a big thing for us.
Yeah, I love talking to your dad, by the way. Hey, Coach, when you talk to Milwaukee Marquette, let's talk a little bit about this team. Senior-laden team? Is it a younger team? Is it a good mix?
I think it's a really good mix. I think our kids put in a lot of time in the offseason working on team culture. Our seniors really are good leaders, and they've proven that they can bring along other kids. So we like rotating a lot of kids. And so we do have juniors in the rotation, and we even have some sophomores and one freshman in the rotation.
Wow, that's awesome. Same question before we get out, Coach?
Yeah, I think we're a good mix, too. We actually have a number of different guys in our leadership program that are all different levels. Actually, one of our captains is a sophomore, Cooper Catalano. So, we believe leaders are leaders, and I think we got a lot of them. So it's a good mix for us as well.
Hey, guys, really, thank you so much. Good luck tonight. We're going to get you a break. Other side of the break, we will start this game. It's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Landmark Credit Union, only on My 24.
See the ball, call, get the whistles right. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's enjoy this game. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Not that far behind.
The umpire is Josh Willis. The line judge is John Mara. The back judge is Donnie Edmonds. The linesman is Dale Stieber. And tonight's referee and crew chief is Vince Grabowski. Prior to the game, MUHS won a toss and deferred. Marquette will kick off towards Germantown, and Germantown will defend the north end zone.
Terry, before we kick things off, your keys to the game tonight.
Germantown felt they needed to be more physical on the line. They've got to control Marquette's passing game, and they have to be more consistent on offense. Marquette's got to avoid the turnovers must establish a running game, and they've got to be more opportunistic on special teams.
Marquette won the coin toss. They have deferred to the second half. And kickoffs tonight brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Germantown in the white jerseys. Marquette, the all blues tonight. I think this is the first time they have worn the blue jerseys and blue pants.
Kids get excited about fashion. So
Reinke and Price standing deep for Germantown. A Greater Metro Conference opener for both schools here tonight on a lovely evening for football. The run-up and the kick by Eric Schmidt. And that will boom its way through the end zone for the touchback. Germantown will get it at their own 20-yard line. Closed caption tonight brought to you by LifeLock. LifeLock, identity theft protection starts here. So look at the offense. Henry Kelly, the quarterback. 3-year starter, as we mentioned in the opening tonight. 6'1 senior. Thrown for 364 yards so far this season. And there's the starting offense. We'll see a lot of Michael Ubert at wide receiver tonight, as well as Ryan Ferguson, who we featured as one of the players to watch. 1st and 10 from the 20, working from the pistol is Kelly. Single back in the backfield is Ubert. Now he's in motion here to the near side. Kelly will throw it out, completes the pass. Ryan Ferguson with the catch. Jackson Dooley, the corner on the near side, able to make the tackle. A gain of about 6 will set up a 2nd and short.
Yeah, the Germantown coaching staff is very pleased with their receiving core. Offensive coordinators Scott Schubert and John Davis really feel that they've got a group there, number of guys they can rush, put in there, and then Henry Kelly, very, very pinpoint passer.
Ranke, the lone back in the backfield. They send the man in motion. Greenmeyer to the far side, and we've got our first penalty flag of the evening. False start penalty here. Vince Grabowski is our referee.
Dale, 62.
Might have been the right guard, Grayson Price, popped out of his stance. There are officials tonight, all from southeast Wisconsin. Grabowski out of Oak Creek, rest of his crew around the Trevor and Mukwonago and Racine area. 2nd and 9. Kelly with time. High throw, nearly picked off. Looking that time for Will Van Fossen, the wide receiver. Nick Womack out there in coverage, closest to a near pick. So from 2nd and short, the penalty sets up 3rd and long for the Warhawks. Looks like they'll line up with trips here to the left side. A single running back in the backfield, that is Ranke.
And Ranke last year filled in at quarterback when Henry Kelly went down. So be alert to those possibilities.
Ferguson, the single receiver near side. They'll go back far side. Catch is made well short of the first down. Aiden Crowley on the reception. Dan Tanti right there as he made the catch. Forward progress just across the 25-yard line will set up 4th down and the punting unit coming on.
As we mentioned earlier, Dan was an honorable mention all-conference performer a year ago for the Hilltoppers.
Stusser does the punting. Line drive punt. This is returnable. That's Tommy Novotny, a freshman on kick return with a nice return for the Hilltoppers. That will set them up in Germantown territory at the Warhawk 47-yard line as we get a look at their offense taking the field for the first time. Luke Novotny at quarterback.
Ball will be placed at the Warhawk 47. Will be 1st and 10.
Joaquin Beard, the key at split end out there. 9 catches already this season, becoming the favorite target. Pretty good offensive line. Hart, Miller, Fessler, Barger, and Pinkus. From the 47 at Germantown. Empty backfield here. Novotny dancing, now being flushed. Throws it away. High throw, incomplete. He took a shot as he got rid of that.
Novotny missed last week's game with a deep thigh contusion. On the rush there was 44, whom we mentioned as one of the players to watch.
Cooper Catalano
last year as a freshman, he had 78 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles.
Gensler, the leader, with 12 tackles. Catalano with 28, leading that linebacking core. 2nd and 10, the toss near side. This is the freshman Novotny with a nice run inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Nick Heiser there to make the stop. Well, Tommy Novotny, the 5'9 freshman, on the toss sweep.
Cousin of Luke Novotny, so that name long time in the Marquette record books. His father Dan was an excellent quarterback.
It's our first down, Best Electric Service first down of the ball game. Our first down sponsored by Best Electric Service. Connect with the best. Play action fake over the middle. Catch made down to the 25-yard line. Beautiful throw. Nice reception. Joaquin Beard, the senior, with the catch. Jonas Price on the stop.
Coach Davis is wondering about a Marquette receiver being in motion start of the play, but they allowed that to play out. I don't know whether he was going sideways, so they considered it being in motion, or exactly what happened.
First reception of the night for Beard. First down at the 25-yard line. And motion off the edge here near side. The tight end, Jude Ballinger, jumping the snap by a half count.
Ball start. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Coach Lisinski mentioned his team, just like Coach Davis's, a number of sophomores as well as juniors and seniors playing. And, Jude jumped there that time, one of the sophomores starting on offense.
Single back is Gengler. They'll line up Tommy Novotny in the slot to the right side, now in motion. Jet sweep to Novotny. Met in the backfield, cuts upfield, gets across the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard before he's covered by Ryan Schmitz, the inside linebacker. Or jet sweep out of the slot that time for Tommy Novotny.
Change things up a little bit here. They bring in an extra defensive back, Michael Hubert, who we saw on offense, comes in as kind of a nickel back.
Peter McDivitt checks in now at a wide receiver for Marquette. He'll line up on the far side along with Thad Hoffman. Near side receiver is Beard. Gengler, the running back, to the right side of Novotny. 2nd and 15. Stepping up, delivers. Open over the middle, just could not connect. Looking for Hoffman that time, running out of the slot right side. Michael Hubert was there on coverage for Germantown. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So guys, listen to the defensive line coach here at Marquette. And I've been there for a while listening to him. Really interesting. Talking to how are we going to keep this quarterback from Germantown in the pocket? He said, look, with a lot of things we're going to do, we're going to confuse him a little bit. Let's just make sure whatever we're doing, we keep him contained. I like this guy. He's fun to listen to.
You got it, Mike. Thank you. Novotny takes a shot as he delivers that football. Getting helped up. Conrad Stusser out there in strong safety, putting on the pressure that time on the blitz. So 4th and 15. Let's see what Coach Plazinski wants to do here. Play field position here. Novotny comes off a bit gingerly here. He took a couple of shots on that drive right away, Coach.
Looks like they're going to go for the field goal. Eric Schmidt, the sophomore kicker, strong leg.
He's made one from 36 earlier this year. This will be a 47-yarder from the near hash mark. Very little breeze, if any at all. McDivitt will hold. Rumors with the snap. The ball down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good.
The kick is good.
What a leg by the sophomore Eric Schmidt. A 47-yard field goal puts Marquette on the board on their first offensive drive of the night.
Eric last year as a freshman was second team all-conference as a place kicker.
Let's take a look at the special teams unit here. Good snap. McDivitt got it down, spun the laces, and no doubt, right down the middle. Could have been good from 50. 55 maybe.
Yeah, he tried a couple long ones last week. They were probably just a little out of his range, and I think the tendency sometimes for a kicker too is when it's a longer field goal, they get a little too juiced up and then they pull it to the side.
So a 47-yard field goal. Marquette on top, 3-0. Ranke and Price, the deep men here for Germantown. And another strong kick that will skip through the end zone. 2 for 2 on touchbacks tonight. Eric Schmidt, impressive with that leg here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have excellent kickers. Conrad Stacer is the punter for Germantown, and they've got a soccer player, Ohm Rathod, is their place kicker, and then Eric is handling both the punting and the place kicking chores for Marquette.
Second possession of the night for Germantown, again starting at their own 20-yard line. Henry Kelly will lead the offense back out. 3 receivers to the left, single back. Ranke in the backfield. In motion is Ubert. And Ranke gets the call, and not much there. Peli Orangami there to make that tackle.
Yeah, Peli's a wrestler. We'll see how that, suits him as he's in the middle of that defensive line trying to put some pressure up the middle.
Oragbani, a junior, 275 pounds. Wassa 2, 2nd and 12 for the Warhawks. Trips to the near side. A read by Kelly, he'll keep it. Henry Kelly across the 20 out to the 25-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the play. Murphy Monreal there to make the tackle for Marquette. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for Germantown.
Henry Kelly has rushed for all 4 of Germantown's touchdowns this season, so they're not, hesitant to have him run with the ball.
Again, Ranke, the single back, 3 receivers to the near side. Kelly back over the middle, high throw, catch made, first down and more, out to the 33-yard line. Ferguson with the nice reception. Once again, Monreal there on the stop. It'll be good for a first down out across the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Ferguson had 13 catches on the year coming into this game.
One more look here on the nice throw here by Henry Kelly. Delivers a nice football. Kelly under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Mason Sherwood on the linebacker blitz that time, able to get in. Take Kelly down back to the 27-yard line. Loss of 6 on the play.
Yeah, when they go into a 4-front, they actually walk Mason Sherwood up there as a defensive end. Stem down to get coverage over the guard, sometimes a 3 shade or a 5 shade on the tackle.
James Becker, the defensive coordinator for Marquette, shaking things up just a little bit now. They back off. Showing blitz. Reed again, this time Ranke, and Ranke met again in the backfield. Gain of about a yard. Mitchell Nigro in there on the stop. Once again downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, they talked to the quarterback, Novotny. He shook him off. He said, no, I'm good. No worries. Let's get going. And then their offensive coordinator said, boys, we might have the best kicker in the country at the high school level. Let's not let him kick all night. We're going to make sure we put the ball in the end zone, and let's keep him on the sideline a little bit. And they all chuckled. These boys down here are pretty relaxed.
That would be Jake Giusetti making that comment. Sliding grab near the 45. I believe he dropped it. Indeed he did. Would have been a nice catch by Ubert. Canty was there. Ubert could not handle it.
We had Mr. Ubert last year when we did a Germantown Falls game, and Mr. Ubert had an excellent evening. Good speed, excellent hands.
Stacer will come on to punt. Conrad Stacer, the senior, first team all-conference in the Greater Metro last year. No rush, gets off an end-over-end kick. Novotny makes the first man miss across the 45 to midfield. Inside the 45 and out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Another nice return by Tommy Novotny, brought down by Cooper Catalano, and we will take our break. 5:25 to go here in the first. A 47-yard field goal by the Hilltoppers on their first drive. The difference, this is the Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals, presented by Landmark Credit Union.
Tonight's game is being broadcast live on My 24 and streaming.
This is what leads to this. Yeah, I know. 20-some years. 20-some years, right? Yeah. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And it's great to be seen. I know that voice. Anywhere. Thank you. I've got a 4.5-hour trip to Michigan after this to go do the Carthage game tomorrow. What's that? So I got a 4.5-hour trip to Carthage tomorrow. Down to 8. Good to see you. Yeah. I get to go to 8. Weeknights, watch two of your favorite television families for some dinner time delights. First, it's an hour of the Goldbergs at 5, then catch the Baxters on Last Man Standing at 6, right here on My 24. First and 10, Marquette from the 41. Just picking his way through, good run. Pluta able to make the stop. Andrew Gengler on the carry, second team all-conference. And, Coach, you talked about it. This is something the Hilltoppers need to do, is establish the run.
They need. And last year we had Mr. Gengler in the Brook East game was our player of the game as he rushed for over 200 yards. They need to do more of that tonight.
Gain of 10, another Best Electric Service first down. This time they fake the run, pass over the middle, complete. Beard with the reception inside the 15. Gain of about 16 on the play. Conrad Sticer there to make the stop.
Not quite sure whether they ran that as a run-pass option in RPO, whether Dan was watching. I think that was a definite pass, slant all the way.
Gain of 15, just inside the 15-yard line for Marquette. They're in the Salvation Army red zone for the first time tonight. Hand it off again. Tommy Novotny breaking a tackle. Spins his way away inside the 5. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Freshman Tommy Novotny with a 15-yard touchdown run, putting on a couple of spin moves to make his way into the house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tackles to take it into the end zone.
Got those the shoulder level down, powered into the end zone.
Eric Schmidt, who drilled that 47-yard field goal, on for the extra point. This one is up, and this one is good. And just like that, Marquette off to a 10-0 lead here late in the first quarter. We'll step aside now and we'll listen to a message from the folks at Landmark Credit Union.
Welcome to tonight's game. I'm Breon Nash, Digital Marketing Coordinator with Landmark Credit Union. Once again, Landmark Credit Union is proud to be a sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week on My 24. We're proud to show our support for local schools and to give back to the communities we serve. At Landmark Credit Union, our job is to be there for our members for every landmark moment. If it has to do with your life and your money, we can help. Visit us online or at one of our over 30 branches, including locations near the 2 schools playing tonight. You can learn more at landmarkcu.com.
For the Hilltoppers is Eric Schmidt.
42-yard touchdown drive, the 15-yard touchdown run, the first of the season for freshman Tommy Novotny. He looked good doing it. Our Menards kickoff brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. And another booming kick that will find itself into the end zone. 3 for 3 on touchbacks tonight. Let's head downstairs. Mike, what do you have?
So, guys, before the game, Keith, the head coach of Marquette, and I were talking about a lot of different things. He said, hey, by the way, the freshman running back, Tommy Novotny, it's his birthday today. How unbelievable would it be if we can get him a touchdown today? There it is. Happy birthday, Mr. Novotny.
That cake's going to go down good tonight. A freshman. Beautiful. Broke 6 different tackles on his way to the end zone. Now Germantown down 2 scores here late in the first quarter. This time they'll go 2 by 2 with the receiving core. Kelly will bring Ubert in motion. Reed, they'll give it to Ranke. Ranke across the 20, maybe the 25-yard line before he is stopped there. Like Joey Kraniak was in on that stop. Reserve nose tackle for the Hilltoppers. We'll give them 5, 2nd and 5 here for the Warhawks. Same look this time. Ranke the single back. This time Ubert comes fully in motion. They'll swing it out. It's picked off. See you later. Pick 6, touchdown. Murphy Monreal smelled that right from the get-go.
One of the things we mentioned was how both teams mirror each other. And Ubert, I was going to comment on, running him in motion, but that's the same play Marquette tries to set up to Tommy Novotny going in motion. So defensive backs have been watching that just when they're doing drills.
Read it beautifully. Monreal with the touchdown by the defense. So special teams, offense, and now defense. Can't ask for more.
Now Murphy's a hockey player. They're always looking for things. I know how you like hockey, Mr. Heiser.
Yes. And Schmidt tacks on the extra point. 17 unanswered here by Marquette in this first quarter. 14 in the last minute and a half. Maybe a little too much air under that by Kelly,
and Kelly was watching him all the way. His eyes were right on whom he was going to throw it to. And so
as a defensive back, you lock in. He read it, made the play. Coach Becker got to be pleased with that.
The things you always remind your guys is it's a 4-quarter game, so don't get
Terry, you can talk about the little sticker on the helmets here by Marquette tonight.
Mike Feely, a long time, first of all, Marquette High grad, played football, long-time teacher, battling depression is his life, and passed away a couple of weeks ago. I've never seen a turnout like was at Jesu. It was incredible.
Touched a lot of people over there at Marquette through his coaching, through teaching. So they're wearing that sticker in memorial of Coach Feely. This will be returned this time. A juggling catch. Right out across the 30 to about the 32. Jackson Dooley there to make the tackle. And so Germantown with their best starting field position of the night at their own 31-yard line.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Germantown start running some quarterback power that they like to do, as well as getting the option going where you've got the possibility of pitching to Hubert or having Henry Kelly hang on to the ball. Let's see if they, it's still early in the game, so you don't have to try to rush and get points back right away.
Then they'll bring in a extra tight end. A high snap. Ranke on the call. Gets it across the line of scrimmage out to about the 33-yard line. Charlie Wormers able to make the stop.
Slight gain. It'll be second and about 9 for the Warhawks.
So 2nd and 9 coming up as we approach 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. It's been all Marquette. 47-yard field goal, 15-yard touchdown run by Tommy Novotny, and the interception return for a touchdown by the defensive back Murphy Monreal. Little read, Ranke, left side, nothing there. Good play once again. Murphy Monreal, I should say, the junior. 19 tackles coming into this game. Just had his first pick 6 of the season. 3rd and long once again here for Germantown. 3 receivers to the near side. Ferguson, the single receiver, far side. Henry Kelly now. Nowhere to go. It collapses around, and Kelly goes down on the sack. Tate Kowalik, first man in there, able to make the play defensively for the Hilltoppers on the sack.
We told you they're going to rotate a number of people. Tate and Charlie Wormers share that same defensive end position. They bring in a newsman, different noseman, and they're just trying to keep people fresh.
Another punt by Stacer. Tommy Novotny's had a couple of nice returns tonight. Sets up another one across midfield and into the 48-yard line. Marquette has started each of their drives tonight in their opponent's offensive end. This season, we will highlight the hit of the game. That's brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. Speaking of hockey, that's just around the corner. Admirals hockey coming up in October. We will have that hit of the game for you. This time from the Warhawk 48-yard line for Marquette. Gengler, the single back, off the left hip of Luke Novotny. Gengler gets the call with a hole. Breaks a couple of tackles inside the 30. Gengler to the 21-yard line. 27-yard run by Andrew Gengler, second team all-conference. Cooper Catalano finally got him to the turf.
Very patient. You saw his lateral movement, trying to get behind his blockers. Andrew, a smart young man, 3.58 GPA, trying to make sure he does it. Shifted the ball there. Like to see him covered up a little bit more, but...
Gain of 27, a Best Electric Service first down. Empty. They'll toss it out. Gengler with the catch, wrapped up immediately at the 20-yard line for a short gain. Michael Ubert was right there.
Yeah, coming into tonight's game, Andrew had 5 catches on the season already, so offensive coordinator Jake Dosetti loves throwing the ball. He's quarterback, and that mentality served him well.
Slot receiver to the near side is McDivitt. Gengler inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. Alec Greenmeyer was there. Greenmeyer, the outside linebacker, the senior.
Germantown starting to bring their linebackers a little bit more.
Again, we've reached the Salvation Army red zone. Brought to you by the Salvation Army. Clock winding down here. And Jake Josetti, you see him with the headset on there, pointing to the clock and saying, let's take this one to the sideline, and they will. All Marquette through one quarter here at Hart Park in Wauwatosa. 17-zip. Hilltoppers on top of the Warhawks. Our Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals, presented by Landmark Credit Union. It's not going to go over well, I can tell you that. For the parking all season. Couple of teams looking for their first win of the season, and so far it's been the Hilltoppers getting the jump on the Warhawks. John Heiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern with you. Oh, a little pass back. That's a backward lateral. No, they're going to call it a forward pass. Very close to being a lateral that time.
Well, I told you that Peter McDevitt had filled in at quarterback last week, and just like Germantown has, their quarterback from last year, Jake Renke, both of them have that quarterback option in their playbook in terms of what we can do.
This will be a 36-yard field goal attempt here. Eric Schmidt, if you missed it earlier in the first quarter, a 47-yard bomb. This one will be from 36. Middle of the field, no breeze. Wormers is the long snapper. McDivitt will hold. Again, plenty of leg. And it's good. 2 for 2 tonight for Schmidt. This one from 36. And they add more on the board. 20-0 Marquette.
Joe Chukas works with the Marquette Kickers, was a kicker for Marquette when he went there. Also went and kicked at the University of Wisconsin. And Joe understands all the intricacies of what needs to be done. And I'm sure Eric has been picking Joe's brain, trying to find ways. Very much a student of the kicking game. And, he's getting some attention as a sophomore.
He has certainly shown a strong leg tonight. 3 of his 4 kickoffs have been touchbacks. He hit the 47-yarder here in the first quarter, 36-yard field goal in the second quarter.
I think it's amazing as we've been, going to different schools, how the quality of kicking has risen the past few years.
It's not just, can you just try and get it over the crossbar? It's not that anymore. Menards kickoff brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Another booming kick. Oh, it takes a backward bounce, so it's got to be picked up and returned. On that far side, Alec Greenmeyer with the return, and we head down to Mike McGivern, our Salvation Army interview.
Hey, guys, thank you very much. I'm here with Captain Marine, and I'll tell you, September 1st comes around, Salvation Army, you guys get busy.
Yeah, we've been busy year-round, but we're gearing up now for some of our fall and winter programs. We've got Coats for Kids coming up. We've got Toy Shop. We've got the Christmas Family Feast. And then, of course, our Christmas kettles that help to fund all of our programs the whole year around. We can use volunteers for all of those programs as well. We're going to be posting those opportunities soon on samilwaukee.org.
That's samilwaukee.org. Thank you so much. It's good to see you again.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Excellent. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. The Salvation Army sponsoring our Red Zone tonight. Salvation Army doing the most good. And again, to volunteer or donate, please visit samilwaukee.org. Penalty on that play on Marquette, so they move the ball out to the 28-yard line. Kelly with a nice throw here to the near side. Catch is made and driven out of bounds immediately. Dan Tanty there getting right into the grill of Aiden Crowley, his second catch tonight.
Dan had 5 solo tackles when they lined up against Arrowhead that first week of the season.
Moving to his left, nice touch on that pass by Henry Kelly. Second and short. Try and run to the near side. Kelly in trouble, and down he goes. Looked like there might have been some indecision on the part of Kelly on what play to call there. He kind of stepped out of formation just to be sure, and it was Mason Sherwood who got him down, but Germantown really not clicking offensively here tonight, and that's been a problem through their first 3 games.
That's been a problem actually for both teams, and it's, Marquette's found a way to work out of it a little bit. Germantown, I'm sure, is going to keep after it. Scott Schubert, John Davis, they understand they had an excellent offense going for them last year.
Again, that same play looking for Hubert, and it was nearly picked off again.
Kelly's pass intended for
Dan Tanti out there looking for Hubert.
Well, this is a case, coaches now watching film. It consumes them. All the games are, done. There's a app called Huddle, Team Strated. So these kids have watched each other. They know the tendencies. Coaches drill it into them.
Stacer with a high snap brings it down. Nice punt. Novotny will let it hit the turf. He'll take it on one bounce at the 23. Tommy Novotny across the 35 out to the 36-yard line, a 13-yard return. Nicholas Heil there to make the stop on special teams for Germantown. And Marquette with the ball back here, leading 20-0. All this season, our touchdowns are brought to you by Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone. We've had a Tommy Novotny touchdown and a Murphy Monreal pick 6. A couple of field goals by Schmidt tonight. Marquette rolling here. Engler will get the call. Back to the line of scrimmage. Cooper Catalano. Again, a sophomore, has an offer already from Brett Bielema in the University of Illinois.
And you're going to see a lot of Cooper Catalano tonight. You can see how quickly he filled the hole. We'll get it on this replay. And he brings it when he tackles. You see him
drive you to the turf. Yeah, I could see him playing for Bielema. He likes those guys who have the motor constantly running. Gengler with some room out the left side. He'll get it out to about the 44-yard line, short of the first down. Conrad Stacer, who does the punting, also plays secondary in the safety position, able to make the tackle, sets up 3rd and 2.
Ran back that time away from the motion. Needed another block by one of the wide receivers out there to maybe get a few more yards.
We have 2 in the backfield now. Gengler, first man through, and he, like a bullet, goes right over that hash mark across midfield. Right into the arms of Stacer once again.
Once again, good forward lean that time by Gengler. I know he went out for track last spring, try to work on his speed.
And both Tommy Novotny and Gengler in that backfield, kind of a inverted, I guess you could call, I formation out of the pistol. Toss sweep, Tommy Novotny. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Catalano at the bottom of that pile once again for Germantown.
You want to get that jet sweep look going, because then as that guy goes in motion, you give it to the back behind the quarterback. Sometimes that sets up a nice crease for him to run through.
Under 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 20-0 in favor of Marquette. They are rolling here. Blitz coming. Novotny in trouble. Got to protect that football. Now we'll tuck it away and get out of bounds. Avoids the sack. Will get a gain to the 44. Boy, he has that ball out there loosely, and Schmitz, I think if he would have gone ball hawking that time, might have forced a fumble.
Hey, you can see him once again bring Cooper Catalano on that blitz. They're going to try to disrupt Marquette's timing as best they can. Dave Bransky, the defensive coordinator, trying to get some things going.
3rd and 6, empty the backfield. Gengler in motion, I should say. Soft throw dropped. Would have had the first down. Bellinger, the tight end, would like to have that one back. Well, Catalano may have gotten a hand in there to break that up. First punt of the night for Marquette. And it's Eric Schmidt. He does both the punting and place kicking for the Hilltoppers. He'll drive this one. Ubert diving his way forward, gets it out to about the 20-yard line. Check that, number 8 on the return. That was Jonas Price, brought down by Joey Spano. 8.5 to go. Well, closed captioning tonight brought to you by LifeLock. LifeLock, identity theft protection starts here. The penalty will move the football back inside the 10-yard line. Germantown has not had field position tonight. Kelly will send Ubert in motion. Looking to throw, slant pass, caught. Out across the 20-yard line. Nate Schramm, the defender out there. Carter Privet with the catch.
One of the things Germantown does, Scott Schubert and John Davis yell a number for the play. You'll notice, though, none of the players have wristbands. The kids have memorized what the numbers are for each play. Impressive.
That's the first down for Germantown tonight. A Best Electric Service Incorporated first down tonight. And movement will move them back 5 more.
Yeah, that's Will Van Fossen, and no doubt they're trying to find a way to get him
on the offense.
Get him isolated. He's 6'5", 190.
First down.
Plays basketball and excellent student, 3.7 GPA. So I'm sure they'd like to get him isolated.
So 1st and 15 now for Germantown. Their own 16-yard line. Trips here to the near side. Henry Kelly on the roll, pitches it out to Van Fossen. He'll make the catch across the 25, about the 27-yard line for Will Van Fossen. Speaking of him, Monreal brought him down. Monreal with that pick 6 earlier in the half.
Yeah, Will had 24 catches last year for 515 yards and 6 TDs. Someone they'd like to get going in the game here.
Gain of 11 on the play, 2nd and 4. Henry Kelly going to be brought down back at the 21-yard line. Kraniak with his 2nd sack tonight.
I don't know if we'll get a replay of this. I think Cameron Finnerty got in there a little early, put a little bit of pressure on Kelly, set up his teammate for that tackle.
So a loss of 5 brings up 3rd and 9. Kelly over the middle, man there, catch is made. Ferguson brought down from behind at the 30. Malik Lee using that track speed, able to track down Ryan Ferguson, the 3-sport guy, with the catch and the first penetration into the Marquette side of the field tonight.
They got him isolated, a little fake. He got behind Lee.
He was able to close in on him, though, and make the stop.
See if that provides Germantown with the spark they've been looking for.
45-yard pickup to the 30. 1st and 10. On the run, Ranke. Good run out to the 25-yard line. Julius Blanco there. We'll head to the sideline. Mike, what do you have?
Hey guys, on the Germantown sideline, they're asking the quarterback to see the play, make the decision. You know, make a decision and go with it because we got guys open, but you have to pull the trigger. And it looks like he's listening a little bit, made some nice throws on this drive.
Certainly has, as Ranke forward progress stopped inside the 25. Once again, Blanco there to make the stop. His second straight tackle will set up 3rd and about 2 here for the Warhawks.
Ranke at 5'11", 170, very tough runner. Another one of those hockey players. They get used to mixing it up. Okay, now you're seeing Henry Kelly come out here from his quarterback position, so something could be brewing here.
Greenmeyer. It's actually a direct snap to Ranke. Ranke's going to be stopped short of the first down. Tate Kowalik wasn't going to be fooled by that formation. He stayed home, made the stop, will set up 4th down.
No gain, it'll be 4th and 2 for the Rocks.
Almost like a T formation that time, Coach, and then Ranke, the running back, taking the direct snap.
We've seen that formation from both teams with the 2 backs to the right or left of that quarterback back in the shotgun.
Germantown down 20 here, going to go for it at the Marquette 22-yard line. You need to get it to 20 for the first down. 4th down here. And again, it's Ranke. High snap. Down he goes. Mitchell Nigro pulls him down from behind. And Germantown thwarted on 4th and short. Second straight direct snap to Jake Ranke.
Little things like that. The timing gets thrown off because of the high snap. Ranke goes up to field it.
Nigro just blew through his block to make the play.
Yeah, Mitchell's out there as a outside linebacker, only a sophomore. Another one of those good students with a 3.77 GPA.
Loss of 5, turnover on downs. Marquette will take over. Play action. Novotny with time. Over the middle. It's broken up by Ubert. Incomplete. Intended for Joaquin Beard. Ubert got a hand in there. Nearly picked it off.
Yeah, Joaquin had to become a little of a defender that time. The play was underthrown. Pressure coming in. You can see Novotny not able to step into the ball. You can see Joaquin slap at his hands.
Inside linebacker Ryan Schmitz providing the pressure that time on Novotny. 2nd and 10. Tommy Novotny in motion. Gengler trying to go up the middle. We'll get a couple. Braden Gensler, the senior defensive end, in on that stop for Germantown. Sets up 3rd and 8 now for the Hilltoppers at their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, defensive coordinator Dave Bransky feels one of the strengths of his team is that linebacking core that they have. And this series, they've been making themselves felt.
Might be bringing the house here. Here they come. Novotny under pressure. Got it away and overshot Tommy Novotny here on the near side. Sets up 4th down, stopping the clock with 3:55 to play here in the first half. So Marquette will punt this one away. Price and Ubert are the deep men here. Schmidt Drives it to the far sideline where it will go out of bounds. We will take our break here. 3:50 to go, second quarter. Marquette on top of Germantown. Our Heiser Automotive Friday Night Rivals presented by Landmark Credit Union. Courtney and the Justice Society are keeping their friends close and frenemies closer. Who can be trusted? We'll find out with an all-new season of DC's Stargirl. Suit up for an all-new episode this Wednesday at 7 on CW 18. Ball went out of bounds shy of the 45-yard line on that punt, so Germantown with their best field position to start a drive tonight. Their own 46-yard line. Trying to get some momentum into the locker room here late, trailing 20-0. Reed pass option. Ubert with the catch. Nice recovery by Dan Tanti, able to make the tackle. Short gain out to the 49-yard line.
Play to watch for that will be faking that one and having Van Fossen go deep on a fly pattern. So be aware of that one coming up in possible call by Scott Schubert and John Davis.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Kelly rolling right. Ubert with the catch. Greenmeyer, with the catch. Monreal on the tackle. It'll be enough for a best electric service first down.
You see Germantown starting to get a little rhythm here with their offense.
Each team with 3 timeouts remaining. And Ranke moving the pile inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play. Julius Blanco, inside linebacker, making the tackle.
So far in the season, Ranke's rushed for 62 yards, but he's had a couple very good runs this evening.
Gain of 7, 2nd and short. Ranke cuts it back across the middle. And should have enough for a first down. Cole Fisher finally got him to the turf at the 31-yard line.
Starting to see that offensive line for Germantown. Alex Eganaga, Jacob Pemberton, Alex Birchbauer, Grayson Price, and Ethan Welke start to get a feel for what Marquette's doing defensively.
Pemberton, leading power lifter on this team, the left guard.
Once again, calling those numbers out.
Ranke. Ball came out, but was he down? No signal.
Referee signaling that the ball was down.
Runners ruled down. That was Ranke on the carry for the Warhawks.
A gain of 10 and another best electric service first down. Let's take another look here.
Ball is placed at the Hilltopper 20. Be first and 10.
See if his knee was down. That ball was out.
Kelly on the keeper.
Kelly will keep it inside the 10.
He's brought down in the play by
Nigro able to make the stop. Break for Germantown there. That was a fumble.
Defense for Marquette, the defensive line starting to stand up a little bit, and Germantown's taking advantage of that, running the ball down their throat.
Inside the Salvation Army red zone. First and goal just inside the 10. Fake to Ranke, toss to the corner. Juggling catch for the touchdown. Will Van Vossen. Outstanding concentration at the pylon. Able to haul it in.
Well, they got their 6'5" receiver, was lined up, 6'1" defensive back. As you said, John, excellent concentration to follow that ball.
the Warhawks to kick the extra point.
Nick Womack in coverage as the kick is up and good.
Kick is good.
Well, if we get one more look, Womack did all he could. He was with him step for step on that fade route. One more look.
7. Also in 2 weeks, the mother's son
Might have been close to an interference call had it not been a touchdown.
September 18th.
He hung on to it, completed the process,
Families may register
made the
at
catch.
website. Click on the quick
One
links
heck of a
at the top
catch
page and go to Mother's
by
Day.
Will Van Vossen.
Cost is $15 per person.
That gets Germantown on the board. That takes some of the sting out of this first half for the Warhawks.
2 family events. The family tailgate
We had mentioned that receiving core for Germantown, Coach Dake Davis felt that they were very good, and obviously his brother and Scott Schubert wanted to find a way to get those guys isolated.
But it was the running game on this drive that set up the pass here.
I know Coach Klasinski mentioned a year ago they got up on Germantown 14-0, but then the game flipped in the second half. So, got 54 seconds yet here. Wait to see what happens at halftime, but both teams are going to try to figure out, okay, what do we do to keep our system going well?
Kickoffs brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
Yeah, this is Omar Thad, a soccer player who they needed to have step in for Conrad Stacer, who's got a little bit of a pull, and so they want to not take his leg.
Tommy Novotny has some running room across the 30, out to the 32-yard line.
He's brought down on the play by
Coming up in the National Guard halftime report, we will highlight this week's Scholar Athlete nominees. And a familiar face is our Landmark Booster of the Game Award recipient. We will have that coming up at the half. Luke Novotny and the offense back out here. 47 seconds to play in the half. All 3 timeouts available. Comes back near side. The catch is made. Ballinger able to come up with it. The tight end, Ranke, able to make the tackle. Good to come right back to Jude Ballinger. He had a possible catch earlier that he dropped. Able to hang on to this one for a gain of 5 and a timeout taken here by Marquette. Jake Giuseppe in the middle of that huddle. The yellow cap and the headset on to the left of Tommy Novotny, number 42.
One of the things I think we've seen the past few years at all levels of football are teams being aggressive on offense, even if there's under a minute and a half to play. And you always have to kind of weigh, the risk-reward part of that to see, are you going to somehow turn the ball over, give the other team a better shot deep in your territory, or if you can make it work, okay, it's kind of a 2-for-1 trade.
So a 2nd and 6 awaiting the Hilltoppers here. All just shy of the 38. Andrew Gengler, the single back. Double slot here for the Marquette.
Blitz
coming.
coming.
Novotny got it away. Setting up. making the catch, Thad Hoffman. He'll pick up the first down into Germantown territory at the Warhawk 46. Catalano able to come in and make the tackle. Clock stop to reset the chains.
Spike it here.
Marquette's going to clock it. No, they don't need to. Novotny faking that one.
Once again, blitzing that
I don't know if
linebacker.
Flag on the play as the catch is made here on the near side by Ballinger. But let's check out the penalty marker thrown on the far side. We might have an illegal formation here.
Yeah, legal procedure, I think is the
Dead
call.
ball! Illegal formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot.
They lined up like they were going to spike the football, clock it, and then they backed off, and that might have left one of the tackles exposed on that far side. 1st and 15. Final 10 seconds here. Novotny goes back over the middle, incomplete, looking for Thad Hoffman in traffic that time. Clock stopped, 6 seconds to play. Price was there on the coverage that time. They'll work the near hash here, 2nd down and 15 at their own 49. Novotny dumps it off. Catch is made. Hoffman with the catch. Penalty marker down in the backfield, though.
Novotny getting up a little slowly that time once again.
Offense! It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. The clock will start on my whistle.
I'm not sure if they take the snap, just take a knee here, because with 2 seconds left, the official will start the game clock. And they'll just let it run out. And that'll end our first half. Marquette jumped out to a 20-0 lead. Germantown coming back with a late touchdown and an acrobatic catch in the back of the end zone by Will Van Fossen. And we've reached halftime. The Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals presented by Landmark Credit Union right here on My 24. Okay. And welcome to our National Guard halftime report here on My 24. Time now for our Scholar Athletes presented by the great folks at GlaxoSmithKline. From Germantown High School, Alec Greenmeyer
Alec has participated in football all 4 years and has participated in basketball, baseball, and golf as well. He carries a 3.75 GPA and is a member of the National Honor Society. Alec is a 2-year varsity football starter, playing both offense and defense, and he volunteers in school and in the community. He has given his time at the Gables, which is a senior living center, participated in Breakfast with Santa, and helps boosters work with the concession stand for athletic and performing arts events when he is not competing. He also helps out with the American Legion baseball team. And from Marquette University High School, Robert Richardson. Robert participates in football and rugby and carries a 4.2 weighted GPA. He is a member of the Spanish Honor Society, the Polish Club, and Big Brothers. He was selected President Ambassador and won the Rugby Brotherhood Award as a junior. Robert also gives back to the community by volunteering his time at the River West Food Pantry. Congratulations to this week's Scholar Athlete nominees. Our weekly nominees will be in the running to receive a part of $5,000 in scholarship funds provided by the folks at GlaxoSmithKline. Let's head downstairs. Mike McGivern, our Army National Guard interview.
Boys, thank you very much. Specialist Lacey, he's a Bayport guy, and I asked him, how old were you when you made the decision? He said 15. His father convinced him. His father also served our country. Young man, when you get a chance to talk to kids at this age, at the high school level, what do you tell them about why it would be a good reason to join you?
It's definitely a great environment, and everyone around there, it's like a brotherhood essentially. And
did you know the education part is you and I had that conversation, and you said, look, education keeps rising. This is a good chance for people to come and be able to serve our country and have us pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we cover up to Madison's tuition, and it's super nice because you can still go to training and get those college credits, and then still go to college whenever you get back. And by the time you're done with your 4-year, 6-year contract, you're going to be done with college as well.
Hey, Specialist Lacey, your parents must be really proud of you. And I told you last week when I talked to this gal, she said, look, for me, I got to be part of something bigger than just me and be close to my family. And you said that's phenomenal. I feel the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. I truly agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. You did a great job. Thank you. Back to you, boys.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Concessions busy. We're at halftime here at Hart Park in Wauwatosa. Our Army National Guard halftime report rolls on here from Hart Park in Wauwatosa, 20-7. Marquette on top of Germantown. We head downstairs. Time now for our landmark booster of the week award. Once again, here is Mike McGivern.
I was like talking to a fellow Irishman, by the way. He's really Irish. He blames everything on Terry Kelly. Listen, our partners at Landmark Credit Union are very proud to serve and support our local communities. And tonight, they are honored to recognize an individual who has consistently shown his incredible support for the athletics at Marquette High School. At this time, I'm proud to introduce the Landmark Credit Union Booster of the Game. He is Alumni Director of Junior Hilltopper Programming and staff member at Marquette. He's Eamon Holohan. O'Hallahan is what I said. Hey, Eamon, as a token of Landmark's appreciation for your hard work and dedication, they would like to present you with a gift along with a $500 donation to the Booster Club in your name so that others like you can continue to support the great things that Booster Clubs do for student athletes. So on behalf of everyone at Landmark Credit Union, we say thank you. Hey, you know what? So the amount of time and sweat equity that you put into a program and give back with boosters, where does that come from?
Well, I think for me, the tradition comes, my dad had taught at Marquette High School for 30 plus years. So I think of all the coaches, the teachers, I joke about Terry Kelly, but he's definitely one. Coach Basham, Coach, my dad, John St. Peter. I learned that tradition from a young age. So now I'm very fortunate to be at Marquette High School. I work with the Junior Hilltoppers program to show them, not only give them an opportunity to play sports, but also to learn about Marquette High and learn about the culture and the mission and to be men for others. So I think it comes from me naturally because I've been a part of it for a long time, but now I'm able to give back.
You said John St. Peter. I'm a big fan of his. Haven't talked to him in a long time, and I hope if he's listening, wanted to say
he's watching. Or maybe he'll pick it up tomorrow or something. But.
You know what? I'm a very big fan of that family. Hey, thank you for everything you do for the Booster Club. Landmark Credit Union says thank you as well.
And I think Landmark Credit Union, and I know it'll go to a great place.
That's excellent. Hey, guys, let's get to a break. On the other side of the break, we'll continue. Boys, back to you.
All right. Welcome back to the National Guard halftime report here on the Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals presented by Landmark Credit Union. Time now for our United States Marine interview. Once again, here's Mike.
Hey, here we go. I thought they were doing some highlights to me. That's what Tom said. So we were talking to Marine Sergeant Blackwell. I got a chance to meet his family today. And look, when you're in the Marines and you've got a family like you do, which is just a beautiful family, they must understand what the things that you do and how much work you must have to be doing.
They do. They know when Dad's not there, I'm with my Marines, and honestly, it's a pretty good life. My boys are 7, 5, and 3. The 3-year-olds already lived in 6 different states, so we travel a lot. They get to experience a lot of opportunity.
Hey, we talked about this last week, but when you get a chance to talk to these kids at this age, how personal do you get with your story on the reasons that you started to serve our country?
Well, for the Marine Corps, I get very personal because we're looking for the folks that not looking for a bonus, that want to serve their country. There's plenty of benefits on the back end. You know, in my personal story, I have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree. I didn't pay a nickel of my own money for it. I'm on par to retire when I'm 42, and then I'll do whatever I want after that. So,
man, you know what? I'm glad you get personal with that because that's a really good story. Thanks a lot for your service. Yeah, you bet. Boys, back to you.
Major Blackwell, thank you very much. Time now for our halftime highlights. And very early on, it was the Marquette Hilltoppers on their very first drive. That young man, Eric Schmidt, 47-yard field goal, got things going for the Hilltoppers, 3-0. And then Tommy Novotny, watch this.
Hits, spins, puts another, lowers his shoulders into the end zone.
10-0 at that point. But the defense gets into the act. Murphy Monreal, the pick 6. 17-0 Marquette. Big play offensively was this one. Bill Van Fossen able to make the catch. And then watch this catch here.
Now Kelly goes back to Van Fossen, juggles it, keeps it under control. 6 for Germantown.
Extra point, cut it to 20-7 as we're wrapping up halftime here, and we head back downstairs. Time for our Carthage College interview. Here's Mike.
Hey, guys, I'm talking to Ben about if he can still throw the curveball. He said, I can throw batting practice, but that's about it. He's the Director of Financial Aid at Carthage. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you do and how creative you must be to have kids be able to afford going and people that really want to go to Carthage. I think it's a great thing you guys do.
Yeah, a couple things that we do at Carthage is, first and foremost, our incoming class is receiving somewhere in the neighborhood of about $20 million in Carthage funds, scholarships, grants. So a lot of scholarship opportunities for all of our students. With that being said, we have a lot of individualized attention that we are able to give families. So we work with families individually. We find students that want to come to Carthage, and we work with them individually. Myself and our admissions team does a great job of working with families from all economic backgrounds, and we become very creative with things that we can do, and we want to make Carthage a place that if students want to be at Carthage, we want to make it as affordable as possible.
You know, Ben, I say this to you guys from Carthage each week, but I think it's important if you haven't been on campus, go see this campus because I think it's really beautiful and it's a hidden gem for people that haven't been there. Once you get them on campus and they get a chance to sit and talk to you, I've got to believe it's an easy decision.
Yeah, absolutely. We see students all the time that we send them a mailer and suddenly they see the lake and they come to visit, and we went from their second or third choice in school to first choice. And so we invite students to come and visit. Parents of seniors, this is the best time to come and visit. Come and visit in the fall and see the fall and our visit days.
You know, Ben, I love the passion that you have for Carthage. It's really good to see you again. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. Halftime wrapping up. Second half set to begin. We'll have it for you right after this on My 24.
Told me was there was motion or proceed. No, it was not enough guys in the backfield. There was too many guys in the backfield. So if I said procedure, I apologize. It should have been illegal formation. No problem. Okay. Yep.
Ready to go for the third quarter here tonight from Hart Park in Wauwatosa. Greater Metro Conference opener for both Germantown and Marquette. Hilltoppers with a 20-7 lead. Marquette won the coin toss, deferred to the second half, so they will get the football here. Our kickoffs brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Murphy Monreal and Tommy Novotny, the deep men for Marquette. And this is Tommy Novotny. He's had a couple of nice returns. Takes this one across the 30, still on his feet to the 35, out to the 40-yard line. Another nice return by freshman Tommy Novotny, brought down on a play by Mason Sherwood.
We talk about this game being a chess match, and I'm sure Coach Lisinski reminded his guys who were up 14-0 last year. We let Germantown in the game. I'm sure Coach Davis is telling his players, hey, we were down, we came back, so who makes the adjustments? And one of the things we saw there was Tommy Novotny go off the field there, a little strain perhaps upper leg.
We'll keep an eye on that. We'll have Mike McGivern on that one as well. 1st and 10 from the 40. Luke Novotny enters it out near side, completes to Joaquin Beard. He has been quiet tonight, only a couple of catches. Their senior wide receiver leading in catches with 9 for 132 yards coming into the ball game, brought down by Derek Robinson. 8-yard pickup. McDivitt in motion. They'll swing it out to McDivitt, but read well by the Germantown defense. They were right there. First man in there, Nathan Schmidt. Also in there on that stop, Braden Gensler, the defensive end. Stayed home that time, made a nice play.
Nathan Schmidt is honorable mention all-conference a year ago. He's one of the players across Wisconsin that's semifinals for the John Anderson Award for Best Senior Linebacker in the state of Wisconsin.
So loss back to the 45, 3rd and 5. Catches made on that far side. Hoffman with the catch. Thad Hoffman, the wide receiver. Nick Heiser there to make the stop. But it'll be good for a Best Electric Service first down.
Nice throw that time by Novotny as he put it right on the money to Thad Hoffman.
From the Warhawk 48. Novotny, far side. Nice play again by Thad Hoffman. Close to another first down is Hoffman. Nathan Schmidt again there to make the tackle. Pickup of about 9, so it'll set up a 2nd and 1. I think this is an important series for Marquette. They kind of stalled out there in that second quarter a little bit offensively.
Right, you want to keep the momentum going and not allow Germantown to feel back in the game. Germantown going to be bringing 2 linebackers.
Over the middle, McDivitt, nice catch. Inside the 20, the Salvation Army red zone, 17-yard line. Jonas Price finally able to get to McDivitt on a slant pattern, gets the first down into the Salvation Army red zone.
In that first game, McDevitt had 6 catches against Arrowhead. Forced into action last week for Novotny, played quarterback, so I'm sure he's enjoying this dual role.
Just shy of the 17-yard line, 1st and 10.
Looks like Germantown's going to be bringing some pressure on this. Walked up the outside backer.
Gengler on the carry, and he's not going to get anywhere that time. Ran right into Braden Gensler. That was Gengler, tackled by Gensler.
Yeah, they didn't get a good set of blocks on that left side of the Marquette line that time.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. And anytime this season when a team gets inside their opponent's 20, they enter the Salvation Army red zone. Salvation Army doing the most good. And to volunteer or donate, visit samilwaukee.org. Little hitch and go. Hoffman with the catch to the pylon. Touchdown. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Thad Hoffman.
You could see getting that set up, those quick passes to Hoffman earlier. Pumped that ball once and then let Hoffman go up the field.
One more look. Little shoulder shimmy.
Yeah.
Nice effort by Hoffman to get it across the goal line. Eric Schmidt to tack on the extra point. Pair of field goals tonight by Schmidt. He got the scoring started back in the first quarter, a 47-yard field goal. Wormers to McDivitt, and the kick is good.
McDevitt did a very nice job that time of handling the low snap, getting that ball down.
You look at Thad Hoffman with that touchdown reception. Bumps the lead to 27-7. One more look. A little shake and go.
Hoffman, 6'2", 180. Good moves on that. He also plays basketball and runs track.
Had a nice season a year ago, 18 catches, 158 yards as a sophomore. It's a touchdown reception here tonight. Price and Ranke, the kick returners for Germantown, and they haven't had many to return tonight because Mr. Schmidt boomed 3 of them through the end zone for a touchback on our Menards kickoff. Save big money at Menards. Just across the goal line. Nice return out to the 26-yard line. Nice return that time. Brought down by Bryce Roeder. On the carry by Jonas Price. And now our Best Electric interview. We welcome Best Electric Service.
Hey guys, thank you very much. I'm here with Bruce Janisic. He's the owner of Best Electric. I've known Bruce a long time. Hey, as always, you're giving back to the community. Thanks for being part of Friday Night Rivals.
We're a big community, family-based company. I've been involved in sports my entire adult life. I love doing this only for the good of the community and the families and the kids.
Hey, talk a little bit about Best Electric and some of the things you guys are known for.
We're a family-owned business. Best Electric been around for 50 years. I am the 4th owner. A lot of our work is residential work. We do anywhere from doorbells to lighting, as we chuckle about. Very, very customer-orientated and very residentially orientated.
And the best way for people to find your work?
Bestelect.com, 414-727-8770 is the phone number. Give us a call anytime or email us. We'll be happy to help you.
Former referee, but he never teed me up. Back to you, boys.
Mike, thank you. And again, thank you to Best Electric Service. Connect with the best. And a penalty on that play as the tackle was being made.
15-yard penalty. You could see Marquette doing a lot of grabbing that time rather than tackling. Those are the kinds of things you don't want to do to let this other team get back.
Henry Kelly sitting down in the zone as the catch was made here on the near side. Nice reception by Van Fossen. He had that beautiful catch at the pylon in the second quarter tonight for a touchdown.
Yeah, the one earlier in the quarter as well. One of the favorite targets for Henry Kelly.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Just across midfield. Kelly on a straight keep. Close to a first down, might be short. Looked like it might have been Ronan Sullivan, inside linebacker there. Was short of the first down. We'll bring up 3rd and less than a yard here for Germantown. Line to gain is the 45 of Marquette. Reed, Ranke, and he'll be stopped short of the first down. A little indecision that time on the part of Henry Kelly.
Well, it's kind of a read option. He was trying to decide whether to pull that ball. I think we can be certain that Germantown is going to go for it, having crossed into Marquette territory. See if they try to pull him offside.
4th and about a yard and a half here for Germantown. Kelly on the roll, dumps it off, thrown behind the intended receiver. Looking for Greenmeyer. Monreal was there. Monreal with the pick 6 earlier tonight. He's had a nice game tonight in that secondary for the Hilltoppers. So Marquette will take over on downs at their own 46-yard line. Tommy Novotny will join the backfield along with Gengler for the Hilltoppers. Get the tight end situated. That's Ballinger. He'll come to the near side. Luke Novotny. First down and more. Novotny breaks to the clear. Novotny inside the 20. Brought down at the 12-yard line. Jonas Price getting the stop. 44-yard run down to the 11-yard line. One more look.
Now, Luke Novotny, people might not believe this, he's the second fastest player on the Hilltoppers squad. And Coach Klasinski says, you know, he's one of those long, gangly guys, tough to gauge how fast he's really running.
Into the Salvation Army red zone on one play. 44 yards, first down at the 12. Play fake, they'll swing it out, well read. Tommy Novotny not going anywhere. Alec Greenmeyer had that snuffed out right from the get-go.
Second time they've tried to run that play, I would maybe put that on the shelf. That outside linebacker for Germantown is very aware of what's happening when Novotny gets to the outside.
There'll be a loss back to the 19-yard line.
Now maybe you want to fake that, have the wide receiver go deep.
Loss of 8, 2nd and 18. Gengler, nowhere to go. Ran right into Catalano.
It's 6 tackles on the evening so far for Mr. Catalano.
Only a sophomore. He's been offered by Illinois.
Also plays basketball as well as baseball. One of the captains this year as a sophomore, a rarity.
I was just going to mention Jake Davis making that in the pregame, noting that and saying, hey, leaders are leaders. Doesn't matter what class you're in. Well, after getting down to the 12-yard line, things have stalled out to the point where now Marquette taking a timeout. We will take a break as well. 4:38 to go here in the third. Marquette facing a 3rd and long when we return here on the Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals, presented by Landmark Credit Union. Hey, there's a new show coming to My 24 that will have you talking. It's Karamo Brown. He gives insightful advice to his guests while exploring a variety of subjects. Watch Karamo, weekdays at 10, starting September 19th here on My 24. 3rd and long, but the play whistled dead. Got an infraction here. Looks like neutral zone infraction here by Germantown.
Germantown.
Offside defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Lining up in the neutral zone. We'll shorten this one up a little bit. Make it a 3rd and 14 now for the Hilltoppers. Again, the 44-yard run by Luke Novotny down to the 12-yard line, but Germantown defense has buckled up here in the Salvation Army red zone. Blitz coming. Catalano putting pressure on, and the pass thrown behind Joaquin Beard. That's because Catalano had a crosshairs on the young Mr. Luke Novotny.
Catalano really has a way of knifing through that offensive line and putting pressure on the quarterback.
Eric Schmidt, the sophomore, on for his 3rd field goal attempt tonight. He is 2 for 2, 47 and 36 yards his makes tonight. This one will be a 33-yard attempt from the left hash.
Field goal. McDevitt is holding.
And Charlie Wormers is your long snapper. Peter McDivitt, the holder. McDivitt gets it down. The kick is away, and it is no good. Wide left. Just missed the left upright to the left. First miss of the season for Eric Schmidt.
The score, Marquette 27, Germantown.
Here's one more look. Pulled it just a little bit and missed it by that much. Ooh.
That was pretty close. Well, it's a shame that Novotny run gave Marquette an excellent opportunity to put another 7 on the board, and they kind of went backwards.
So the Germantown defense wins out there. They will get the ball back on the missed field goal. Kelly on the keep. Henry Kelly, the quarterback, back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I know what they're going to tell us is who made the tackle, Tate Kowalik. One of the reasons he was able to make that tackle, he came running onto the field late, and all of a sudden, offensive blocker didn't really realize where he was.
Our closed captioning tonight is brought to you by LifeLock. LifeLock identity theft protection starts here. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for the Warhawks. Kelly under pressure, gets it away, hit as he's thrown. Catch is made by Ubert at the 40-yard line. 20-yard pickup and a first down, however, a flag down where Henry Kelly delivered that football.
Offense! 10 yards from the previous spot. From the spot of the foul.
20-yard pickup going to be washed out on a holding call.
Dan Tanny trying to cover that was anticipating a deeper throw. All of a sudden it fell a little short. Hubert was able to adjust, come back to the ball.
Would have been a nice pickup out to the 40-yard line, negated by the holding call. Moves the football back to the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 20.
Four-man front this time for Marquette. Double throw, maybe.
Kelly will launch it out to the far side. Hubert on the catch, rolled out of bounds near the 17-yard line by Dan Tanty. Gets some of that back. Gain of about 7 on the play. So 3rd and 13 upcoming for the Warhawks. Two receivers here to the near side as Kelly will roll to that side. Now looks right, and down he goes. Big play defensively. Cameron Finnerty along with Tate Kowalik making a quarterback sandwich in the backfield.
Two defensive ends got in there and applied the pressure.
Kelly wanted to go back to his right, couldn't set up. He looked up and there were two Hilltoppers in the kitchen.
Stacer punting for Germantown.
Stacer will punt out of his own end zone.
Germantown short man on the punt team.
Low snap. Tommy Novotny back out there returning the punt on the run inside the 35 down the near sideline and rolled out of bounds near the 25. Another great return by Tommy Novotny. Nicholas Downer there to make the play on special teams, but good field position here for Marquette. We take another look at that sack, which turns out to be our hit of the game, brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. And here it comes. Kelly nowhere to go. Finnerty and Kowalik. The double check. And down he goes. From the 25, 1st and 10 Marquette. Novotny in motion. He'll get it on the sweep. Coming around near side. Plants, cuts. Moves the pile inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Like it might have been Kirsch, Jackson Kirsch getting there first. A strange play running that sweep to the short side of the field that time, Coach.
Sometimes, you figure if a team is going to play their defense, a field defense, maybe you can come up with the numbers, but that hasn't worked out that way tonight.
McDivitt back in motion. Bad snap. It's loose. Still on the ground. And Novotny may have gotten back to it. Wow. The bad snap. I like that, though. Quarterback says to Fessler, the center. Hey, it's okay.
Yeah, Marquette has, frittered away a couple of opportunities here in this quarter.
Third and 24 late here in the third.
Certain amount of confusion with Marquette and doesn't quite know where to line up.
Ballinger, the sophomore. Empty the backfield. Gengler in motion. Novotny going back near side. Juggling grab. Was he inbounds? No. Joaquin Beard with a near acrobatic catch, but could not stay in the field of play.
Good call by the official that time.
Michael Ubert was the defender. One more look.
Gave it a great shot.
Yes, he did. Just couldn't get possession and keeping the 1 foot in. Eric Schmidt to punt. See how good he is at knocking one inside the 20 here. Pretty good. Bad decision. We'll let it roll inside the 10. Down at the 6 is where Germantown will start this drive. 56 seconds to play here in the third. Once again to the sidelines we go, Mr. Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I'm here with Tamika Glenn. She's with Community Advocates. Tamika, let's talk a little bit about what you do on a day-to-day basis.
Well, for me, I am the DFC 53206 community coordinator.
Okay.
So which that entails is I help kids in the 53206 zip code in drug prevention, suicide prevention, and also mental health.
Tamika, in our community, and I'm an old guy, right? Living in Milwaukee my whole life, it's always been taboo to talk about that stuff. I'm glad that kids now are starting to learn how to deal with that.
Yeah, so that's basically what we're trying to do. I'm also a part of a coalition called MixApp, and we are soon to be changing our name to Rise MKE, which is 12 different sectors of people coming together to try to focus on mental health and drug prevention.
Tamika Glenn, thank you so much for what you do for our community.
I appreciate it. Thanks for talking to me.
You bet. It's good to see you. Back to you, boys.
No gain on the play for Germantown. Sets up a 2nd down and 10 late here in the 3rd. Henry Kelly working out of the pistol. Now Ubert back in the backfield. Play fake to Ubert. They throw it back the other way. Catch is made. Van Fossen. And they'll rule it incomplete.
Kelly's pass is complete to Ferguson.
No, it was intended for Ferguson. Broken up by Malik Lee.
He's tackled on the play by Malik Lee.
So the incomplete pass stops the clock with 11 seconds to play. 3rd and long for Germantown. It's been a rough night offensively for this Warhawk team. But hey, let's give some credit to that Marquette defense tonight. They've stepped it up. A pick-6 touchdown by Monreal. A couple of sacks tonight by that defensive line. They have played well. Kelly on the move, throwing on the run, completes to Van Fossen at the 20. Will have enough for a best electric first down. Dan Tanti there on the stop.
He's brought down on the play by Dan Tanti for the Hilltoppers.
And that'll run out our clock here in this 3rd quarter. We head to the 4th. It's been all Hilltoppers tonight. Leading Germantown. Our Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals presented by Landmark Credit Union.
Whoa.
We've been scratching our heads up here, too.
Yeah, that's, you know, Novotny has been doing some decent things.
116 yards passing. 27 yards rushing. 42.
Right.
I know we're stumped as well.
And it doesn't take much to stump us.
Got to get the squirrel back running on track here in the back of my head here. Not a very good jump around tonight. I'm disappointed. Play resumes here. Ranke going to throw. Completes the pass to Ferguson. A halfback option. Out to the 45-yard line. Big play. First down, however, a flag down in the backfield. Roughing the passer, the call. So it will stand, and they'll add more yardage to that catch on the throw by Ranke and the catch by Ryan Ferguson.
That will be
Defensive back did a pretty good job staying with the player, but he never turned to see where the ball was.
And that was Malik Lee. So they'll add 15 more to the end of the play. The best electric service first down will move it all the way into Marquette territory to the 38-yard line of the Hilltoppers.
You know, those are the kinds of mistakes that have plagued Marquette a little bit so far this year. Inopportune penalties and
Henry Kelly. Pressure. Gets rid of it. Throws it away, incomplete. Ferguson, the intended receiver. in the vicinity. And again, in high school football now, quarterbacks have that ability now to throw the football away.
Once you're outside the tackle box, you can drill that ball into the ground. Might be the perfect opportunity right now for Germantown to throw a screen pass. Second and long. Marquette's geeked up, going to try to put a rush on, take advantage of that. Let's see if that's what they try to do.
2nd and 10 from the 38. Two receivers to the left side. That's where they'll throw. Ubert with a catch and a good open field play. Nice tackle that time.
P.J. O'Brien.
Yep, P.J. O'Brien, but he may have injured himself on the tackle. Boy, he made a nice play.
Yeah,
one more look.
Read it quickly. Came down. PJ's father, a very good college athlete, made it into the pros. He's got a couple of sisters, excellent track athletes. One is at Notre Dame, one very good.
Going to get some attention here on the near sideline. Hopefully nothing serious. Yeah, I was going to say perhaps a stinger.
He's got an older brother who's playing at Ave Maria University down in Florida. Academic all-conference as well as an all-conference defensive back.
It's a great community down there.
Yeah.
Bosco Jurakovic and his wife, former Carthage basketball coach, retired down there. They live down there now in Ave Maria, Florida. That is a great locale for a college. Beautiful campus down there.
You don't have to shovel snow, I understand.
No, that's the whole purpose. 3rd and 11 for Germantown. Kelly steps up, far sideline, penalty marker down. This will be pass interference on Nick Womack. Draped all over Van Fossen that time.
You're going to go back, and if you watch the film on this, probably no need to put your hands on him. You had good position.
Again, in high school ball, it's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, so they'll step it off, move it inside the 25, reset the chains, first down, Germantown.
Once again, you're not kind of getting that final push to get Germantown out of the game. You keep allowing them to stay in it.
Still plenty of time here, barely 2 minutes gone by in our fourth quarter. Ubert in the slot here near side. Pressure coming. Kelly on the run, and it's broken up, incomplete, intended for Greenmeyer. Mitch Nigro there. Got a hand in there to knock it away.
Yeah, nice play, outside linebacker, Mitch Nigro. Only a sophomore. Bucket baller as well as a 3.7 GPA. One of the things interesting to point out for Marquette, out of their top 35 players, they've got like 18 of them have over a 3.5 to a 4.0 GPA. Now, sometimes the coaches might not think they're that smart with some of the things they've done.
Yeah, the classroom GPA is nice, but that doesn't translate into football IQ.
Right.
Ubert in motion. They'll run back the other way with Ranke. Nowhere to go. Marquette defense getting tough here.
You can see what that play
sets up. There.
Possibility of Kelly going to his left, running an option.
Nice play by the nose tackle, Pele Orogbani, 6 foot, 275-pound junior. 3rd and 10. They'll put 3 receivers here to the near side. Ubert, Crowley, and Van Fossen. Double deflection in and out of 2 different receivers' hands that time. Crowley had a first crack. He lost it. Ferguson couldn't recover it.
Almost caromed right to his teammate.
Tanti and Lee, the defenders for Marquette. And yes, you have to go for it here. 4th and 10, down 27-7. There's Scott Schubert and John Davis thinking here, Coach.
You've had good luck trying to get that ball to Van Fossen. He's got that height advantage. Marquette has to decide if they're going to try to put some pressure on Kelly and disrupt this pattern.
They'll keep 2 backs in to pick it up. Kelly lets it go. Touchdown, Germantown.
Kelly's pass is complete.
Guess who? Will Van Fossen. We talked about it.
To Van Fossen.
That's a Planet Fitness touchdown by Will Van Fossen, his 2nd of the game. They kept a couple of backs in for protection. That allowed Kelly that extra time. And thrown a little bit behind, but Van Fossen made the adjustment for the touchdown. Extra point on the way, and it is good. We got ourselves a ball game here with just under 10 minutes to play. Marquette, a 27-14 lead now over the Warhawks.
Well, Van Fossen's really been a thorn in the side of the Hilltoppers tonight.
Nicely done. Is it too early for an onside kick? Novotny's had some great returns tonight. Tommy Novotny.
Well, that was a big topic of discussion a week ago with one of the collegiate games. Did you go too soon for your onside kick?
Scott Frost
at Nebraska.
Yep.
Now, this offensive series is, I think, critical for Marquette. The longer you let a team stay with you, higher the probability that that team can come back and put you away.
Rathod, the senior soccer player. The place kicker here, I don't know. Marquette thinking the same thing. They'll put 9 men up close here. See what they do. Nope, they'll drop back. Don't know if you want to kick it to Tommy Novotny. He has had some great returns tonight. It is an onside kick. It goes 10 yards, and Germantown recovers at the 49-yard line. They pull it off. Rathod with the onside kick. Credit Germantown. You got to let that roll. They did not touch it before it went the 10 yards. Here we go. Snuck across the midfield stripe and able to pull it in was Ranke on the recovery.
The first Germantown guy went out and blasted Mitchell Nigro, so he couldn't field the ball.
Now we got ourselves a game. Offense back out there from midfield. Play fake to Ranke. Kelly overshoots the target. Van Fossen incomplete. Van Fossen cut that route short. Little button hook back instead of running it deep. Here's one more look at the onside kick recovery by Jake Ranke.
You can see the one Germantown player, his job is to take out Nigro, and that's what he does.
That was Van Fossen who caught the touchdown pass, and that allowed Ranke to sneak in behind. Look at Van Fossen. He said, look at me. I can catch and I can block. 2nd and 10 for the Warhawks. And Kelly throws on the run, a strike, and broken up, incomplete. Looking for Ferguson, blown up by Nick Womack. So sets up 3rd and 10.
You know, I called for it a little bit earlier. This might be the perfect time to do the screen pass.
They'll bring Ubert back on. Also bring in an extra running back, Carter Coulter, for protection. And he got blown up. Kelly hit as he throws. And let's see. It is an interception.
Interception.
Late call, Dan Tanti, I believe.
Now there was going to be holding called on Germantown. Marquette will decline that penalty.
They're going to rule it a... Are they calling it a catch or not?
First down. I just saw the one official signal.
Here's another look. Kelly rolling out, was hit as he got rid of it. Saw the flag come out.
Holding!
Oh. I don't know. I'll let the folks at home decide that one.
I do have to say I'm glad there's not replay in high school just for how long it would stretch games out. We know last week there were a couple of calls, a possible safety, so forth. And these officials have to make that split-second decision. And overall, they do an excellent job.
So Tanti with the pick, second interception of Kelly tonight. Luke Novotny, high snap, brings it down, and that messed up the timing of that play. Intended for Peter McDivitt. And closed captioning tonight is brought to you by LifeLock. That's LifeLock. Identity theft protection starts here. Surprised they're not running the football here. Now they go back to the ground, and it's a fumble. On the turf, Germantown says they have it, and they do. Gengler dropping it. Catalano with the recovery. Cooper Catalano, the sophomore. One more look here. He just never got it from Luke Novotny. So this will set Germantown up at the Marquette 41-yard line. These are the things that age coaches quickly. Oh, man. Jake Davis on that far sideline for Germantown. His team's still in it here, trailing by 2 scores. Kelly, late give. They'll rule him down. I think that was Ranke on the carry. Got a Ogabani there to make the stop, but the Germantown lineman, Josh Nolte, a little dinged up. Stays in there, however, for the Warhawks. Gain of 3, second down 7, under 9 minutes to go. Kelly gets it down. Complete to Van Fossen, takes it inside the 30, down to the 24-yard line. Murphy Monreal able to make the stop. Will Van Fossen coming up with a couple of big catches in this ball game.
He's had himself an excellent game. We had that big play on special teams.
2 touchdown receptions tonight, including that first half catch. That's going to make the national highlight reel. Another Best Electric Service Incorporated first down for Germantown. Three receivers to the near side. Ranke the lone back, play fake to Ranke. Pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. I believe it was Mitchell Nigro got a hand on it to bat that one down. Sets up 2nd and 10. Senior Henry Kelly, a 3-year starter at quarterback. We'll get another look. There it is right there. Left hand swat. Kelly again throws on the run. This time Ferguson makes the catch on the near sideline. Nick Womack able to bring him down inbounds. So the clock will continue to move here. They make it inside the Salvation Army red zone. They'll spot it at the 19. 3rd and long for the Warhawks. Again, Ranke is the single back to the left of Kelly. Pressure. Kelly will go down. Back at the 27-yard line, Julius Blanco, the inside linebacker, on a blitz. Able to make the play for Marquette.
Defensive coordinator James Becker decided to bring the pressure. Now make their substitutions, get Oribani out of there and put in 92 Cole Fisher, a sophomore.
It's a loss of 7. 4th sack tonight by that Marquette defense. So 4th and 13.
Okay.
Again, a late pressure. Kelly steps up, back of the end zone. It'll go incomplete. Was looking for Aiden Crowley. P.J. O'Brien, the defender. And so Germantown will turn it over on downs with just over 6 minutes remaining.
Got to be careful on that. He was breaking away from the defender that time. Pass just a bit overthrown.
Well, if you're a Hilltopper fan here, you want to see them be able to run the football and grind some clock down. I think you want to go right back to Gengler. Get him back in this ball game. His fumble set up that last drive. They do. Gengler tries the left side for a couple. Catalano there to bring him down. He has been busy tonight. That's 7 tackles tonight. And a fumble recovery. To the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, the offensive line coach Marquette, they feel as though, or the defensive line coach, feel like they've really worn down the offensive line at Germantown, and they're starting to really get to the quarterback in different ways that they didn't get to him in the first half.
I would agree. I think the pressure has been pretty good here in this second half. Novotny on a read, dodging and weaving to the 31-yard line. Brought down on the play by Ryan Schmitz. Brings up 3rd and long now for the Hilltoppers.
Trying to run that ball, but they weren't getting the blocking that time on their left side. Concept of the play was good, but the execution fell apart a little bit.
Trying to run behind Hart, the left tackle, and Miller, the sophomore, at left guard.
Yeah, you got a junior and a sophomore. Hart was an honorable mention all-conference player a year ago as a sophomore.
Want to throw here, pressure on, dumps it, and broken up. Was going to dump it out. Looking for Novotny, and it was broken up. I believe it was Braden Gensler. Alex Pluto, 56.
Talked to Alex Pluta's baseball coach today. And Alex, young man, he said he's one of the best workers he's ever had. And Coach Davis seconded those remarks. He's also a wrestler.
Never gave up on that play. Able to get in there late to break it up. Schmidt to punt. Gets off a nice one. Juggled. on the turf. Marquette may have recovered. It is Hilltopper ball. Joey Spano able to get in there on the muff. Able to take it for the Hilltoppers. One more look. In and out.
Got off his shoulder pads. He had to take a little step back so he could feel that with his hands.
Jonas Price. And so Marquette will get it back on the takeaway here at the Germantown 33-yard line. Play fake to Gengler, into traffic, incomplete. Looking for Beard. Price was there, the free safety. That'll stop the clock with 5:12 to play. Second and 10. Again, they'll toss it out. This time complete to Joaquin Beard. Short gain. Ranke, the corner here on the near side, brings him down.
To Beard. He's tackled on the play by Ranke for the Warhawks. Gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Hilltoppers.
So a key third down here. Marquette up 2 scores. After the recovery of the muff punt, trying to put this one away. Luke Novotny won't go it anywhere. Stacked up and driven back. A whole host of Warhawks there.
He's brought out on the play by
Catalano was the first man in there.
Dave Bransky brought both outside linebackers that time, pinching with 5 guys.
Interesting here. They're try and run a play here on 4th down rather than go for the field goal. Try and draw them off, which they did. Oh, my goodness.
I think it's still going to be short, about half the length of a football. Now, let's see if your eyes are better than mine,
I think
Mr.
you are,
Weiser.
no, I think you are correct. 4th and 1, however. Flames coming out of the years of Jake Davis over there on that far sideline. Now some confusion on the substitutions here. They'll get Ballinger back in there. You see Jake Davis with the headset on there. And 4th and 1.
Well, we know Catalano is going to be coming.
Novotny will get the first down. Second effort. Got the line to gain. Gensler, Braden Gensler there to make the tackle. And that maybe, that door that was cracked open may have just gone shut. Now, if you're the Hilltoppers, protect the football here. Gengler to the 20, and if you're Germantown, now you start using your timeouts, trying to save some time here. They'll take the first of their 3 timeouts. Ryan Schmitz there, the inside linebacker on that tackle, and we will take a commercial break. 3:25 remaining. A nail-biter all of a sudden. 27-14 Marquette, our Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals, presented by Landmark Credit Union.
Daily grind wearing you out? Looking for a pick-me-up?
Player of the game. I am just stumped here for Marquette. I mean, you could give it to the team defense. You got Schmidt with the 47-yard field goal. You got.
I wouldn't give it to the kicker.
No.
I think the team defense.
Team defense is a good idea.
You know, right now the guy for, you know, we've got a perfect guy for Germantown, Van Fossen.
Yeah. Monreal for Murphy. Monreal has the pick 6.
But you got Dan with a number of tackles.
Chase the thrill of the win every weeknight as Steve Harvey brings the laughs during 2 full hours of Family Feud fun. Play for the win and level up your life weeknights at 5 and 6 on CW18. 2nd and 9 for the Hilltoppers. Late here in the 4th. Novotny. Luke Novotny cuts it back to the 10. Novotny short of the goal line. He was down. Marquette says the ball came out, but the official will rule him down at the 1. Alex Pluta, the nose tackle, chased down Novotny, prevented the touchdown. One more look.
Good fake that time. Novotny's got to learn to put that ball away. I'm sure his dad will talk to him, former quarterback.
Ooh.
Boy, he was close to being in the end zone without the knee being down.
Yes, he was. Salvation Army red zone once again for Marquette. 1st and goal from the 1. Gengler. Touchdown, Marquette.
Got a good surge that time off that left side.
Touchdowns brought to you by Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone. And from 1 yard out, Gengler with the score.
That time followed Jack Hart at the tackle, Gabe Miller at the guard. You got Matt Fessler at the center. Out on the far side, Cullen Barger and Andrew Piankos.
So Gengler with the score. Schmidt with the extra point. 34-14, just under 3 minutes to play here at Hart Park. Marquette looking for their first victory of the year. Coming up following the game, stay tuned for our U.S. Marines Player of the Game presentation that's brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. Also have our trophy presentation to the winning team. And of course, we're trying to come up with the player of the game. Or could it be plural? Players of the game.
Sometimes you have to just recognize that's what's happened. It's not just one person, it's a group.
Mm-hmm. We'll let that simmer a little bit.
Now we'll put that into the computer and see what it spits out.
Well, Andy is not a computer over here, but he's a whiz with the numbers.
I'll tell you, IRS has been checking Andy and his numbers of late. So.
Well, those vacation junkets to Florida and everything, you know.
You can't count Mickey as a relative.
Our kickoff's brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. The big foot of Eric Schmidt. See if he can plant this one into the end zone, and he does. So the Warhawks, possession at the 20, 2 timeouts, trailing by 20. Well, I think looking at this Germantown team now, they just got to figure something out offensively. Are they going to be a power run team? Are they going to throw the ball?
They have the parts.
Yes.
We've seen the receivers, and we know what a good job Kelly can do at quarterback. It's just getting it all to put together. Many people had ranked them as, co-favorite along with Sussex Hamilton in the Greater Metro this year.
2 by 2 in the receiving core here on 1st and 10. Kelly with time. And the pass is broken up. Joey Spano able to knock that one down in front of. That was Carter Pravat. Pravat, a junior wide receiver, 5'11". He'll line up again in the slot here to the near side. 2nd down and 10.
Throwing it back over here.
Ranke with some running room. Ranke breaking tackles will get the first down across the 30-yard line. Briscoe was there defensively for Marquette. Best Electric Service Incorporated first down. The 32-yard line. Late blitz. Kelly able to step away. Back over the middle field. That's dangerous. Penalty marker down as the pass intended for Hubert broken up by Briscoe. It was a flag.
Pass interference
No.
on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. It'll result in a first down.
Again, another case, Coach, where perhaps you didn't need to use the hands. Just stay with your man there.
Now, once again, as you get into games, you try to find out what can we learn from. That tape isn't necessarily something where you just try to denigrate players, but you want to have it be a teaching tape as well.
Moves the football out to the 47-yard line. Breaks down, and down goes Kelly. Henry Kelly sacked for the 5th time tonight by that Marquette defense. Bryce Roeder getting the sack this time for the Hilltoppers.
Bryce, a junior, another one of those excellent students, 4.04 GPA. 5'11", 200-pound linebacker.
Under 2 minutes to go. Kelly with time. Back over the middle. Ferguson with the catch inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Check that, Van Fossen.
Who else?
Jackson Dooley there to make the tackle. Van Fossen has had a great night tonight catching the ball.
That's about his 8th reception, I would think.
6 receptions now for 81 yards. A pair of touchdowns tonight for Van Fossen. Henry clocks it here, stopping the play with 1:44 remaining.
Yeah, I'm sure the Germantown coaches have to be pleased with Will Van Fossen's efforts tonight. Another one of those outstanding students, a 3-sport athlete, doing everything he can to help contribute to Germantown.
Coming in, only 3 catches on the year. Kelly to the end zone, touchdown, Germantown. Hubert with the touchdown reception. 32-yard touchdown pass from Henry Kelly to Michael Hubert, 2nd team all-conference last season. Just beyond the defender's grasp. That was Jackson Dooley again out there. Rathad for the extra point. And it's through. Not quite over yet, is it? 34-21 and an onside kick coming up. One more look at the touchdown pass, and a good job. Henry moving left, able to square the shoulders. Outside shoulder of the receiver.
Excellent throw.
That's why I said the decision now by Scott Schubert and John Davis, along with head coach Jake Davis. You've got some pieces out there. You've got Van Fossen, Hubert. You've got some usable parts. You're going to try and figure out how to get the ball in their hands. And we haven't seen any of this bubble screens or screen passes to either of those guys tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned that possibility for those really existed.
I mean, those are your playmakers along with Ranke, the running back.
Trying to find your identity and just see just who you are. You can see what a competitor Henry Kelly is, 3-year starter, why they look at him and they say, okay, he provides the leadership we need.
Well, after their second touchdown, the onside kick worked. I'm sure Marquette now aware will put their hands people up front. Matter of fact, Tommy Novotny, the receiver, all the way up to his 35-yard line here.
I think
our kickoff's brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Oh, and it's going to be
just go down.
And that's what Novotny will do. Well, that's an interesting special team play there. You don't get everybody lined up, just get set, and then just kind of line drive it. Force Marquette to get it deep. But they will take over at the 38-yard line. Germantown, if they elect, can stop the clock 2 more times. Luke Novotny at quarterback. Gengler switching hands with that ball.
Good game.
Powers his way out to the 45-yard line. Nice hard run that time, shifting the ball as he did.
Trying to get the ball into that outside arm like he's been taught.
Catalano with the tackle. That's 9 tackles and a fumble recovery tonight for Catalano. He has played well defensively once again, the sophomore.
Yeah, he has applied pressure a couple of times on the quarterback rushing, and
Germantown takes their second timeout. There you get a look at the offensive coordinator in the middle of that huddle. That's Jake Giusetti.
Marquette continues with tough opponents. They run into Brookfield East next week. You look at the schedule they played. Up until this year, they've been playing Chicago Loyola, and anybody tuned in on Sunday, they saw Loyola demonstrate why they're one of the best teams in the country as they really handled Cincinnati St. Xavier. They played Arrowhead, they scrimmaged McWanago, so they haven't hidden from anybody.
That'll be an interesting tussle next week. Gengler with a hole. Check that, Tommy Novotny on the call. Across midfield, the freshman Tommy Novotny, cousin of quarterback Luke Novotny, brought down by Jonas Price.
Well, they should be able to take a couple of knees.
And I would think that's exactly what's going to happen here. So Tommy Novotny, the birthday boy tonight. Celebrating his birthday, got a touchdown run tonight. 15 yards. A couple of nice returns on the punt and kick units tonight for the freshman. Tell you what, he's going to be a weapon to reckon with here over the next couple years for Marquette.
Yeah, they've got a mixture of, senior leadership plus some youth as well.
And Germantown, as we said, just needs to regroup here, and I think they've got to try and figure out their identity. 3 games into the season, and it's been a struggle on offense.
Although they've had glimpses of what they can be.
And that should be it here tonight. Teams getting ready for the handshake line. Marquette will pick up win number 1, improving to 1-2 overall. Conference opener win tonight. Germantown falling to 0-3. As the coaches line up. And that is officially the end of our ball game. 34-21, your final here tonight. We'll slip out for a commercial break. Back with our Player of the Game Award and our trophy presentations in our U.S. Marine Player of the Game. All that coming up right after this on My 24. Team defense, guys, and we probably can show that pick 6 and a couple of sacks. Oh, there you go, Kramer. Giddy up. Great.
Captain from the defense.
He's coming. Daniel Tansey, sir.
That's their second win in a row. Marquette prevails 34-21, picking up their first win of the season. Time now to head to the sidelines. Our U.S. Marine Players of the Game Award presentation. Mike McGivern.
So, guys, first time I think this has happened. We're going to name the defense our player of the game. And Daniel said, look, I'll talk for the defense. I said, Daniel, how you guys doing? He said, we got some work to do. But congratulations, that's a really good first conference win.
Yeah, it was a team effort, all 11 guys on defense. Thank the coaches for putting in such a great game plan, putting in all that time. And, we played good competition weeks 1 and 2.
Hey, I'll tell you what, you got to love this because you go, look, I got a great quote for this. You did a nice job last week on that. But as a Marine, look, you don't do anything individual. Everything is team.
Everything is all about the team. And I hate saying this because I grew up on the offensive side of the ball, playing in college as a receiver. Offense wins games, but defense wins championships.
Back to you, boys.
Defense
job,
rules here tonight for Marquette. We get a couple of looks at what took place here tonight. A couple of key plays from that defensive unit tonight. James. There you
Monreal.
Yep. Monreal with that pick 6 early, and then 5 sacks tonight of Henry Kelly. That defense came to play tonight and really thwarted any type of rally that Germantown had here tonight. The defense stepped up a couple of times. So congratulations to the Hilltopper defense, our U.S. Marine Players of the Game Award presentation. Once again, we head downstairs to Mike McGivern and our Champions Trophy presentation.
Talking to Coach Keith, he goes, look, we're 2-0. You guys, when you guys are here, on TV, please come and see us next week. Hey, Coach, it's a really good win to start the conference, but you know what? You got some work to do. There's some things to clean up.
Absolutely. We play a quality team. We've always played quality teams right off the bat, and this is no exception. The third game, we know the next one will be tough, and these guys know they've got to continue to keep getting better every week.
Coach, something about Germantown, they just don't go away sometimes, right? You guys get them, and look, good luck the rest of the way. You're really proud of this defense, proud. Hey, real quick, do we want to sing the one guy happy birthday before we go? And that's back to you, boy. Hold on, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Tommy Novotny celebrating a birthday. Marquette celebrating a victory tonight. We'll be back with a final word from Hart Park right after this. (34-21) the final tonight. Marquette gets to 1-2 on the season. Germantown, with some things to figure out, falls to 0-3.
Right. Once again, though, you've got 6 more games left in the conference. I'm sure they'll figure things out. I know you've got some thoughts on your mind. You have to hop in a car, drive to Albion, Michigan to broadcast the Carthage football game tomorrow afternoon. So pleasant driving and stay awake.
I will do that. We want to thank all of our sponsors who bring Friday Night Rivals to you each and every week. Our title sponsors, Heiser Automotive Group, the Landmark Credit Union, Army National Guard, Best Electric Service, Carthage College, Salvation Army, U.S. Marine Corps, LifeLock, Planet Fitness, the Milwaukee Admirals, GlaxoSmithKline, Menards, and Community Advocates. Tonight's game is going to repeat tomorrow afternoon, Saturdays at 2 p.m., so make sure to check that out. You can join us again next Friday night at 7 when the Kettle Moraine Lasers take on Oconomowoc, a Classic 8 conference matchup. That should be a very good game, 7 o'clock next Friday night. Big thank you to our My24 sports team here tonight, especially to Mike McGivern, Terry Kelly, Andy, our stat man, Ahmed, our spotter, and I'm John Weiser, thanking you for joining us here at Hart Park tonight. Marquette 34, Germantown 21. Thanks for tuning in. See you again next week.